welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Stila Blue Realm Velvet Eyeshadow Palette and the mini liquid lipstick set. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This is what the packaging looks like for the eyeshadow palette. It says Blue Realm here, and I really do love how they did kind of wrap it up as a little present. It doesn't wrap up all the way. On the back of the packaging, you do have some of the ingredients and the names. It does give you a little bit about how to apply the shadows as well. So let's go ahead and open this up. When you open up the packaging, this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. It is quite weighted. It looks like a gold bar. On the front, it does say Stila, and then on the back, you do have the shade names. The sticker on the back of the packaging isn't centered. It's kind of bothering me. Hopefully this does have the shade names printed at the bottom, so I won't have to go back and forth to tell you guys what shade I'm using. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. It does come with a mirror. You guys know I love any eyeshadow palette that comes with a mirror. And here are the 6 shadows. Gorgeous. I'm just gonna remove the film. It looks like we have 4 shimmer shades and 2 matte shades. So this is the matte shade and this is the matte shadow. The rest of these are shimmer. So let's go ahead and jump right into the swatches. We're gonna start with this first shadow here. It's called Enlighten. So let's swatch. Ooh, this is so pretty. It's so buttery in the pan, you guys. Wow. Look at that. This shade in Enlighten is supposed to have an iridescent crystal with a blue sparkle. As I move my hand, look at the reflection. This is a beautiful shade. I do want to blend out this shadow just to see what it looks like. That's what it looks like blended out. Let's move on to the next shade. The next shade is called Enchant. This is a matte shade and it is buttery as well in the pan. This shade in Enchant is described as a matte rose quartz. The third shade in the first row is called Awaken. The shadow in Awaken is described as an antique gold shimmer. I have something similar in my collection, but it's a really nice shadow. The first shade in the second row is called Discover. Another soft shadow in the pan. So far I do like the formula, how it does swatch, but what I don't like is the raised pans. It's got these little bumps in it, the little texture. I don't like how it feels on my fingers, and I'm noticing it would cause a lot of fallout, especially when I dig my brush in it. I really wish that Stila would have kept these eyeshadow pans flat instead of creating a little bit of decorative detail within the pan. It's cute to look at. Here's what the shadow in Discover looks like. The shade in Discover is described as a matte brown beige. This kind of blends into my skin tone. I'm not sure about this shadow. The middle shade is called Transcend. This shade is another iridescent shadow. Transcend is described as an iridescent pinky peach shadow with a little bit of blue sparkle. I would have preferred maybe one of these shadows in the pan. I don't know if I'm really going to use both of these shades. The last shade in the palette is called Reveal. Again, look at that pigmentation. Reveal is described as a blue shimmer sapphire shadow. This is the most pigmented out of the entire palette. We're definitely using this blue shadow. Here we have all 6 swatches of the eyeshadow palette. Now we're going to create a look using it. I'm not sure if my camera is picking up on this. There is a lot of fallout after I did my swatches. That's why I don't like this little texture inside of the pan. The first shadow I am going to be taking on a fluffy brush is this shadow here in Discover. I'm going to be blending that all over my crease. The shade in Discover is picking up a little bit more gray on me than a matte brown beige. Taking that same brush, I will be dipping into this matte shadow here in Rose Quartz, applying this all over the lid. Two matte shadows in this eyeshadow palette. I don't like how it blends out and how it looks on me. I do want to play with the sapphire shadow. I'm going to pack that all over my lid. I'm just going to be taking my finger, since it does apply super pigmented, Instead of using a brush, we're just gonna pack that all over the lid. Taking a packer brush, I'm gonna dip into that blue shadow. Since we are experiencing a ton of fallout, using my finger, that's a good amount. I'm just tapping off the excess and taking that blue, packing it all over the lid. Here's what the blue shadow looks like. It has a ton of fallout. I will be cleaning that up later on. The next shade I'm going to be picking up is the shade in Enlightened. Taking a little bit on my brush. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. I cleaned everything up and I added mascara. I added my L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. I don't think Sapphire is my shadow. It makes me look like I'm trying way too hard. Let's talk about this eyeshadow palette. The Sapphire shade I'm in love with. It is the most pigmented shade out of the entire palette. These two matte shadows I did not like. I did not like how it blended out either, so these were a no. I don't think that this eyeshadow palette needed two iridescent shadows. One of these shadows would have been great. I would have preferred keeping this and maybe taking this shade out. I mean, I love this shadow. It's beautiful. This gold eyeshadow was beautiful in the pan, and I do have a lot of gold shimmer shadows exactly like this in my collection. Did I need this eyeshadow palette? No, I did not need it. I forgot to tell you guys how much it costs. It retails for $30 at Ulta. I think that's a good price point. For 6 shadows that don't really work on my skin complexion, I don't think it was worth it for me in my opinion. I do like the packaging that the eyeshadows come in, and I also do like that this eyeshadow palette does come with a pretty nice mirror. Another con about this eyeshadow palette is the texture. It looks so weird. And of course there was a ton of fallout that I was experiencing as I dipped my brush inside of these shadows. I don't think that little detail was necessary. Now we're going to move on to the mini liquid lipstick set by Stila. Here's what the mini lipstick set looks like. Again, they do have this velvet. It doesn't go all the way around. I really wish it would have. The name of this set is called Kiss the Stars, and this does retail for $20. You do have 3 of their most popular shades, so let's go ahead and open this up. Here's what the 3 mini liquid lipsticks look like. Here's what the first mini liquid lipstick looks like. It does have a nice doe foot applicator. I'm just gonna swatch it down here. It's nice. Let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. This shade is way too light for my skin complexion, so let's move on to the next shade. Here's the second mini liquid lipstick. I think I would like this shade way better than the first shade. Let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. I love this matte liquid lipstick better than the first shade. It does sit comfortably on the lips. Here's the last mini matte liquid lipstick. This is way too light. I would prefer the middle shade, but let's see what it looks like applied on the lips. This shade is way too light for my skin complexion. I definitely preferred the middle shade. I'm going to remove this and apply that. I prefer this liquid lipstick in Serenata versus these two in Baci and Perla. These two are way too light for me, but I definitely think if I apply the shade in Perla on top of this, let's see what that looks like in the center. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because it looked really nice. there we go. I think I like that way better. Online at Ulta, this retails for $20 and the value is $33. I definitely think this is a good little lip kit in my opinion. For 20 bucks, you get 3 different shades. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.